Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel, Natural Living by Enovi, where I show you how easy it is to prepare your favorite meals with healthy options, driving directions around Jamaica, self-care, home care, and so much more. My focus is always on a healthy lifestyle and discussions on how to maintain a positive mindset. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Subscription is free, so all you need to do is press that red arrow at the bottom of the video. Remember I was speaking about toxic workplace and toxic co-workers. Well, I was doing some research and it said that the best way to deal with a toxic co-worker is to address any issue immediately. Like if they're rude to you, you address it immediately, not in a confrontational manner, but you say, were you speaking to me? What do you mean by that? Something to that effect. And if it's something because they might not even think they are doing something that is wrong. So once they do something, you just address it immediately, because if you don't, they might do it again and again and again, and you might be there just taking it all in and getting upset about it. And sometimes it could be just not anything. You might read more into it than it is. It could be just a person's personality too. So you have to address it immediately. I had an incident where, or you can talk to the supervisor if they're just outright out of order. Because once I was in this environment where this person liked to, I had my own office, right? But the person liked to play the radio really loud, and that happens in the Jamaican offices sometimes. And they were out in the main area. So, but my AC stopped working, so it never really bothered me most times because I could close my door. So it was so my AC stopped working, so I had to keep my door open until they fixed it. And I noticed that the person, like, they would be all over the company, all over the place. So if they would know they weren't gonna be in the office for a couple of hours, and they would just leave the radio playing high. And you see, if I turned on the radio and she come back and she said the radio turned on, the woman are them people who they accompany like all 20 odd years, and they just sitting at this little thing. So anything that disturbs their little routine, they don't like it. And if that woman never belch like all 20 odd times, so I know it's not a real burp. People don't understand burp. And I said that is very out of order and very disgusting, So me and her supervisor started to talk, alright. So I was talking to her about it one day, and she said she will talk to her, and I said maybe now that we have spoken about it, I will talk to her. And the woman got to talk to the girl about it, and the girl was not pleased because she ignored me for a couple of days. If she see me, she would say morning, but you can see that she was upset. But why would you be playing a radio in the office loud and gone about your business and leave it for somebody else, to disturb somebody else, and you're not going to be in the office, and knowing that my AC not working and my office door to be open. So some of these are some of the things you have to put up in workplaces and it can be annoying, but as best as possible, ignore when you can. But if it's something that is outrightly rude, then you have to, and if you talk to them about it and then they don't do anything, then you talk to the supervisor. Okay, another thing is like about someone invading your boundary in the workplace is if you like your lunchtime to be nice and quiet, where you can do your own thing. If you want to watch something on YouTube while you eat, or just research something, or read a newspaper quietly or so, and you find there are people who, you lock your door now so they know you don't want to be disturbed, but they keep coming and knocking and opening the door and coming. One, you can lock your door, and don't answer when they knock. But if a lot of the offices, they have a window, right, and that way they're gonna see that you're in there. But if they keep doing that, like knocking, and when they come, you just tell them. That's another way of addressing the issue. Immediately say, I'm busy, I'm having lunch, can you come back in another half an hour, another hour? You know, don't let them get into a habit of invading your personal space. Some of these people there, they have no self-awareness of about how they behave and what they're doing. And some of them you hear they talk about, oh, they can't get along with family members and stuff like that, and they will blame their family members. But when you see how they operate, you know sometimes it's not the family members that are to be blamed. It's them same one, because they don't have any behavior and respect other people's space, you know. So that's another way to immediately address these issues. The thing is, the best way in terms of having proof of an issue in the workplace is you send an email, and so that you can get a written response from the person. Because sometimes if you have a conversation and the issue is not addressed, or afterwards they can say something else that they said when they didn't say that. So if you send an email and they respond to that email, then you will have one thing you will have is confirmation that they are accepting that what they did was wrong, or what is happening is not right. And the other thing is you will have documentation of their response. So whether their response was wrong or whatever explanation they gave, you will have that as documentation to say that that occurred, and you save it, you print it, and you have a file. You save your file. As an auditor, I say the first thing that teachers as auditors is to cover yourself and keep your documentation, because that way no one can say in audit that you did something that you didn't do, or you said something that wasn't said, or that they said something that wasn't said. So you keep that information that you get. You always keep your information, because in audit, when you write reports, you have to have evidence, physical evidence to you can't write based on emotions, or you have to write based on facts. So you have to keep your information. So that's one of the good things about the field of auditing. You learn to gather your information based on facts and not on emotions. One of the things I do to show people I don't want to be disturbed, I will put in just one earphone or earpiece, whatever you call it, and if they come around talking, I act like at first, like, you know, because you're listening to something, so you can, like, you say, hold a minute for me, and you take your time, you remove the thing, and you said, what are you saying? Can I help you? Or something like that. And then if they go on and go on and go on, you say, okay, all right, I'll talk to you later, and you put it back in, and you know, tell them you listen to something, and you talk back to them. And because if you follow some of these people, they will idle out your time in the workplace, and then you can't meet your targets, or you're there working late. So don't let them waste their time, right? Some people too, you just have to teach them and talk to them and let them understand what is correct in the office and what is not correct, because they're just not self-aware. They will think that how they behave at home with their brothers and their sisters, or their spouse, or their besties, or so, that's how they are. It's okay for them to behave in the office like that. And I am seeing more and more of that now in Jamaica. When I was younger, people had a more formal behavior in the office, and after you get like a graduate, but we still didn't have that what can I call it now? I will try and think about the word without it sounding too bad, but some of them just have no boundaries. They don't understand about boundaries, respecting other people's boundaries, and being self-aware and understanding how to behave in the office. And sometimes if the supervisors don't set an example and the managers don't set an example, then they cannot speak to the co-workers about it, including, for example, men who will chat up them workers. If you don't establish a certain level of respect, you can't talk to your staff about their behavior, because if you're not behaving properly, you can't talk to your staff. That's why you have to set, they call it tone at the top. In audit, you send or in corporate, you have the people at the top have to set the tone for the organization. So how you behave will trickle down to the people beneath. So if you're the type of person who rude to everybody at the top, your secretaries and the people below you and your managers will think that's okay. So one of the best ways, or the best way, the recommended way to deal with any issue though in the workplace, including toxic co-workers, is to remain calm and don't get rude. Even if they're rude, you remain calm and respectful, because if you don't behave in a respectful manner, you won't be able to gain respect. So you people cannot like you know, but they can respect you, and it's in the workplace, it's important to be respected. So whatever the issues you're dealing with, if it's toxic co-workers or just you as a supervisor, you're talking to your staff about something, or as a manager you're talking to your staff about something, or you talking to your manager or supervisor about something, it's to be calm and to be respectful, and get it in your, don't just go barge in the office or wherever the space is into their personal space too in an emotional way and start ranting and all of that, because that will just escalate the situation. You just go calmly and say, when you have some time, do you have 15 minutes we can talk about something, you know? And don't, because they might be working, they might be having a bad day or whatever it is, just, and if they say, oh come now, you know, and you can go ahead. But if they don't invite you into their space or welcome you into their space to have that discussion, don't barge in, because you won't get the results you want, right? So just act respectful and deal with it that way. Another thing now is, if you try everything else and it's not working, sometimes you just have to ignore them completely, because a lot of people will be in the office and for some reason they want attention every day. They want people to, what you call it, to see them, that sort of thing. If they get if they wear something new, if you don't give them a compliment, it's like that they're not passed up. Women, you know, they pass you all 100 times for you to see them, and if you ignore them not stop part. But you just say one thing to them and say, oh, that's a nice blouse or something, they stop. So a lot of it is these behavior. You might see it as strange, but a lot of it is, I find it is people who have childhood trauma, and they're still trying to seek that acceptance and that love. And so if you have that to give, sometimes people are drained in the office and don't have that time for everybody all the time to do that sort of thing. But if it won't be anything much to you to just give a compliment to them to make them feel good, you can do it. But if it's draining you after a while, then just ignore them and do your work, because there's nothing like being at work and meeting your targets, which is what you're at work to do. You're getting paid to meet your targets and to do your work. So you can be so engrossed in your work that a lot of things that other people will notice going on in the office, you don't notice, because you're so engrossed in your work, you know. So just ignore all of that. So just maintain that level of respect in the workplace and even in your personal life too. Anything you're talking about, even to if you are coming from an environment where people are aggressive towards each other in the home, when you have your friends now and your spouse and so, you don't go into it with that same aggression and so, because it's not everybody accustomed to that thing or will accept that thing. And even in a relationship, the men won't respect you. Men like calm around them and peace, especially when they go home at them yard. They want peace of mind. So don't carry that into your personal life either. Alright? So no matter what you do, be calm, be respectful, be professional. No matter what the situation is, because two wrongs don't make a right. So the moment If somebody does something to you or they're disrespectful towards you, and then you do it back to them, like curse, bad words or something, because a lot of workplaces, you know, bad word cursing can get you fired, right? So you don't go there, because some people will maybe want to pull you out into that situation so that you can get fired. And who to tell? Suppose that person is a friend, has a good friend in HR, or they are good friends with the manager, and then the manager might don't like you. So when you get into something now, they might not back you, they might back the friend, but once you remain professional at all times and respectful, you can't go wrong with that, right? And ultimately, I always say, if all else fails, find another job if you can. But you have to learn to deal with these people, because every job you're going to, you're gonna find somebody who is there. If you have 10 people or 100 people, even, you're gonna find that one annoying person. Always, there's just this one annoying person in every office. If you have 99 of them that are okay, there's gonna be this one annoying person. And what you're gonna do if that annoying person is the owner of the company, or the CEO, or your boss, or so. So you have to learn to just deal with it. And remember, you know, especially if you're, I like to go back to us being Christians. If you're a Christian, a lot of these things are not of the people themselves, you know. It's against principalities and spiritual things going on in the workplace. In these people, they're using people to behave that way to get you out of your good godly way and get you to do something which is to get you in trouble, so they can rejoice. So if you have your phone, even if it's not, it doesn't have to be loud where anybody hearing it. You just put it on like some out of the Bible that you like to hear, if you're gonna use an earphone. And just sometimes you just start playing them, you know, and you realize there are some gospel music, and everybody who ranting and raging, you just let them get calm. Just try it. You just get calm. So that proves that it's not a natural thing happening. It's a spiritual warfare you're going through. And another thing you will find, sometimes you're going through life and everything is okay, especially at workplace. Every time you're supposed to reach the next level, you find certain things happening. So if you're in the workplace and every time you're supposed to go to a next level or something, you find the same thing is happening to you, the same type of behavior coming towards you wherever you work. It's a spiritual stronghold over your life. So that's why I know you, when you become a Christian and you fill with the Holy Spirit, you can learn to rebuke these things and pray off these things and make the devil and his demons flee, right? So that's why you have to get strong in the spiritual world and know how to pray, right? And you will see how these things work. Even if you're not baptized or anything, just get closer with God and learn to pray. And as I say, play these songs, these good gospel songs, strong gospel songs, or you put some part of the Bible, whatever chapter of the Bible, Revelation, Psalms, whatever it is, and you see how they calm down quick. So that's what you realize, it's not of God, right? So alright, so that's it. So go back again. Whatever happens in your workplace, around toxic people or anywhere else, remain calm, address the matter immediately. Try to always be respectful, and don't let them keep doing it to you over and over. You set your boundaries, all right? And if some people, if they see, if whenever they behave a certain way, you just stop talking to them and just focusing on your work. You don't, even if you do say morning and so, you cut out the smiley thing and the running joke or so in the office, and you see how they start behave themselves properly. So from there now, I just want to say thank you again for watching, guys, and remember to like my video, to subscribe. Just touch on that little red arrow at the bottom right hand of the screen, and also to subscribe, to share, to comment. Just say nice video, anything, because that helps my video to grow. Thanks again for watching. I so appreciate you. tuning into my channel, and also check out my other, like my cooking videos. I do some Jamaican stuff too. So thanks again for watching and have a great day. Bye.